Hey, what's going on guys? Nand here, aka Nandonut 64, and welcome to another Call of Duty Black Ops commentary, and it looks like I'm asleep. Get up. Come on, let's go. Let's get started. Yeah, that's better. Mr. Opening route now, let's see if we can make it up with a kill or not. Seriously, what happened there? What the... Oh, I was having the strangest dream that I just ran through and this guy shot me. Oh, crap. But seriously, guys, is anyone starting to notice a trend of me sort of like being asleep at the beginning and then failing epically at life? But, you know, it turns out a bit better than the 0 for 1 you can see in the top right corner. It ends up being 32 kill and 3 death team deathmatch, which is pretty nice. So yeah, Nuketown, in case you guys hadn't realised by the title or by the video, this is a Nuketown team deathmatch, and Nuketown, it's, you know, I've tried to find loads of ways of saying this without sounding cheesy, but you know, it brings back memories, or like, I remember the good times on Nuketown, but everyone sort of has it, whatever it is, and you can see there's really bad connection here, but whatever it is, like sport, maybe there's a certain pitch that you always do really well on, or that's where you first started out. And for me, yeah, for some reason theatre mode, it sort of brings you out a bit later. But for me, Nuketown, for those of you who don't know, that I started playing COD, well, Black Ops on PC. And on PC it works slightly differently to on consoles, in that there are servers. So for those of you who play a console, just imagine that you can just see a massive list of all of the lobbies that are available, and you can choose to join one. But each lobby, you know, it can have separate rules, like only certain guns are allowed, or you can't use certain perks. And so there were so many servers which were kind of what the RC car, which were Nuketown 24/7. So it would just be one game of Nuketown after another and after another, and people would be like, you know, don't you get bored of just playing Nuketown? And I didn't really, because also on PC, players are a lot better. Like seriously, they are much better. My KD on PC was probably about 0.6, if that means anything to any of you. But for those of you it does, then you can sort of tell. So, and Nuketown was the only, to be honest, is the only place where I could sort of do half decently. And that's another point about small maps, is that small maps like Nuketown, like, I don't know, what is it in Modern Warfare 3? I'm guessing it's sort of Dome? I'm not sure. But small maps basically, they level the playing field between those who are really good and those who are, you know, not so good, or bad. So if you sort of imagine that between, if you look at it in terms of skill level, there's sort of a gradient, like a line between good players and bad players. And that gradient is made shallower on small maps, just because, in general, on small maps like Nuketown, it's a lot easier to get kills, but it's also a lot easier to die. And so for those who sort of aren't as good, clearly they're going to prefer Nuketown, because they'll get more kills than they usually would, and they don't really care about deaths, do they? But the pros, well, not the pros, but the better players, they'll find it harder to maintain a good KD on Nuketown, because you just die a lot more. So that's why often if you go to like commentators' channels, you find that you wouldn't really see much of the small map gameplay, and here's me being really fussy about what weapon. And then yeah, it sort of fails in the end anyway. I just run around the whole of this garden trying to find gun, and like, oh yes, I got this one. Let me run inside and get shot. And that's another thing about these small maps. The key to success on these small maps is knowing the spawns. Know when the spawns are flipped, because they flip so quickly, and you see there, I was just in that garden, and as soon as I ran out, he spawned behind me. So that's the key to doing well on these maps. Be able to tell when the enemy is spawning behind you, because not only will that save you from dying, It'll also help you get more kills than your teammates, because they'll just be running around mindlessly trying to find people, whereas you actually know where they are. So at this point, I'm just sort of raining death in the chopper gunner as usual. The chopper gunner just owns Nuketown completely. Yeah, that's about it. Briefly managed to talk about Nuketown. Final score was 32-3. Thanks very much for watching. Leave a like if you can. Yeah, 32-3 with a KD of 10.666666666666666666.